Hey guys, so I am just gonna be letting you guys know basically what happened. I did have my son. For the people who don't know, it was an emergency C-section, so that is why I'm in the setting that I'm in. Hold on, I have an alarm and I don't want it to go off. Okay, so last Monday, I was home and I had like some cramping, like I don't know, like I thought it was just normal. I guess I called the hospital 2 times and I was like, okay, I'm this many weeks, I'm having these symptoms, and I had like diarrhea, which was weird to me because my problem the whole pregnancy was not being able to poop. So I'm like, and then I heard that like some people told me that when you have diarrhea, that's like a sign of going into labor, I guess, because your body's like, I guess, preparing you or something like that. So that I was thinking, but I wasn't like, I'm not going into labor, like I got 6 more weeks. So I sat home that whole day and it was like the worst pain. It was like I was getting my period or something. I usually have bad period cramps, so it was like I was just tolerating it. I'm just like, whatever. I called the hospital, talked to the nurse. She just said to take Tylenol and continue drinking fluids. So I'm like, okay, you know, maybe it's nothing. It'll just pass in a day or so, whatever. So that whole day I was just aching, y'all, and it was like the worst. Like, y'all girls can relate to like that disgusting period feeling, like when you're about to get your period, or like if you have to poop when you get your period. It's like that disgusting, like, ugh, like the day before it felt like that, but like with cramps too. So I was like, I was kind of scared. I'm like, what is going on here? But so around, I believe it was like 9 o'clock, my mom and my stepdad came over and they were watching a movie with me. Now mind y'all, I couldn't even eat the whole day. Like, I think I tried to eat like some toast and applesauce. I almost threw up. It was like disgusting. I'm like, so my mom and them just sat over there with me, and it was a point where I was just in my room like miserable. Like, I'm like, something is not right. Like, it just felt terrible. I'm like, something is wrong. So I remember I like got up. I was feeling like I was gonna throw up. I got up and I went in the living room with my mom. I'm like, Mom, this hurts, blah blah blah. I laid across the couch. Like, seconds later, I felt something shoot out. I thought it was my water. I got to the bathroom, I wiped, and it was blood. And this was not just like random, you know, just any kind of blood. It was like red, tomato red blood. So I'm like, this is bad. And then bunch of clots just started coming out. Like, so I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm bleeding and clots are literally coming out. I promise y'all, it was maybe like 20 blood clots in the toilet, and I'm like, dude, this is not good. So I'm in shock because I don't like blood, and I'm starting to like panic. My mom, she's keeping calm, but she's like, what's going on? Like, you know, obviously worried. So she tells my stepdad to get the car ready. Now mind you, the day that I went into labor, it was storming. Like, it's snowing right now. Like, it was a snowstorm. So it was really like 8 inches of snow, I think, that day or more. It was like heavy snowflakes coming down. I'm like, okay. So I'm just like, my cramping is now like intensifying. It's like squeezing. I'm just sitting here like, y'all, I hope everything is okay. Alright, for a second, it was so bad I thought that my baby was gonna come out in the toilet. Like, I didn't understand why this was happening or any of that. So I'm just like, dude, I hope everything's okay. I was really scared. Like, I was scared. I keep looking out here because it's a big window right here, and there's like other rooms. I can like see shadows of people in them. That's why I'm looking. But basically, after that happened, my mom, this is funny to me, she grabbed like my whole paper towel in my kitchen and she just like wrapped it up. literally the whole roll, like wrapped it up and put it in my, because I didn't have no kind of sanitary anything, because obviously I'm pregnant, I don't need it, so I just didn't have it laying around. And I don't wear pads, I usually do tampons. So yeah, she just put, like, literally put the whole paper towel in my leggings. I'm like, so it's like this big bulge, and I'm cramping, it's getting intense, I'm like panicking, I'm trying to stay calm, I'm literally doing breathing, like, just to keep myself calm, because I didn't want to like panic or like get into shock or anything. It was really scary. So fast forward to the hospital, they had to like carry me out of the car into a wheelchair, and then I get to the emergency room. They're taking their sweet time asking me all these questions. Oh, what about this? What about this? I'm like, it's not just bleeding, I'm pregnant. Like, I'm sitting here telling them I'm pregnant. Like, hello, it's not just bleeding. Like, I wouldn't come to the hospital for bleeding if I wasn't pregnant. So I was getting pretty frustrated. Then they had to wheel me over to the women's building, which is what I'm in right now. The emergency room is where we went. Finally, I get up to this room, y'all. Oh my God. I was so scared. I really thought I was gonna die. It was just really scary. So I get up to this room, they're asking me all these questions, and it goes from asking me questions for like maybe 2-3 minutes to the doctor coming in and saying, okay, well, I need you to sign this consent for general anesthesia so you can get put under for a C-section. I'm just sitting here like, a C-section? And I did tell my baby's father that I was going to the hospital, because I was like, I just felt like it wasn't good. I'm like, this is serious. So I told him, and he did come in the room for like a split second, but him and my mom and everybody else had to wait outside because they had to move really fast. So then this doctor comes in here, y'all. This lady doctor comes in. When I tell y'all, this is the worst, probably the worst pain that I felt this whole like delivery or whatever. She took her whole hand. Oh my God, I cannot not think about it. She took her whole hand, y'all. She literally stuck, oh my God, I remember seeing this much of her arm. She literally stuck her whole hand inside of my vagina, and I'm sitting here like, I was screaming like I was getting killed. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but God, that was the worst pain in the world. So at that point, she's like, oh, she's 2 centimeters. I'm like, I gotta push the baby out. It was just like a lot at once. I'm like, oh my God. Now, mind you, while I'm sitting in this bed, I still got blood coming out of me. I'm like, I'm so sorry. They're like, don't apologize. I don't know why I was saying sorry. I just felt so bad because their hospital bed was full of blood. Like, it was a lot of bleeding. So they told me that I was hemorrhaging, and they had to get, you know, they had to hurry up and do this. So I didn't see my mom, I didn't see my baby's father in the room. All I seen was literally, I remember going in, they, you know, put the little alcohol on the part where they're gonna cut, and they were putting a breathing thing on me. They're like, we're gonna count to 10 and you're gonna fall asleep, we're gonna put you under. And y'all, I was so scared. I remember praying, I'm like, God, please let me survive. Like, I was so scared because I've never had surgery. So it was really scary. I was just, oh, it was just so scary. I didn't see my mom, I didn't see anybody. So I'm sitting in this bed and I'm just like, I hope we make it, you know, me and the baby. And that's just the last thing I remember. Like, I was just begging God in my head, like, I don't want to die. Like, it was really scary. It was just really scary, you guys. Then I woke up and I was getting wheeled to a room, and I just remember I was like, I hope my baby's alive. I'm sorry. Okay. I was just really scared because I you know, after a certain point in my pregnancy, I was so negative about everything. I remember I would say, like, I wish this was over with already, or I would say, like, I would just, all the positivity that I had towards my pregnancy, once I got cheated on, I started resenting my baby. Like, I was just so negative. Like, I would get mad instead of happy like before when he would kick, it was just, it just didn't feel good. Let me go grab some tissue, because why I gotta cry so much? Like, I'm sorry y'all, but my pregnancy, like, it went from something that was happy to like sad, or something that I just hated so much. I was so angry, and I just was like, I hope my baby's alive, and he is. So it just makes me emotional, including the hormones that are still crazy, because I just gave birth Monday, so my body's still kind of trying to get back to itself. So these random bursts of crying, I can't control. Anyway, so at this point I was high as hell. They gave me something, I was so high. I remember I was telling them, like, my stomach is burning, like, please give me something. I was like, I need a blunt, I need a line of coke or something. I remember saying that in front of my mom and my sister. They were just laughing, but I was so serious, because I was like, anything to not feel this freaking stomach pain. It was like burning. I'm like, is there anything you could do? Like, the nurse was just laughing, because she was like, oh, it's the drugs, and you know. So they weren't like laughing to the point where it was like bullying. They were just, you know, I guess just laughing at me, because I don't remember really. I just remember telling them that. But I could feel the burn, and I'm like, whew, Lord, I need something. So happening is, they told me my baby was born. They said he was 3 pounds and 11 ounces, and he was going to be in the NICU, which is where I'm at right now, on a floor, the same floor as him. So after that, I'm sorry y'all, after that, what the heck happened? Everybody was in the room just making sure like I was okay, blah blah blah, and my sisters were there, my mom, all them. So then what happened after that? The doctors had to come in and press on my stomach. There was makeup all in my eye, but I was relieved. Then she came in pressing on my stomach. Y'all, this was the worst. It's probably this, oh, I don't know. It's a tie between this and when she reached up and checked and seen how far I was dilated. Oh my God, that was the worst feeling. They literally were pressing on my stomach. Oh, it was so bad. I was screaming, like tears were coming out. And they did this, they had to do it like 8 times in like every 10 minutes, 8 times. I was in so much pain. I didn't understand. I'm like, why the f do you have to do this? I was getting angry. I remember every time the nurse was coming in there, I was like, oh my God, it's her again. Like, what the hell? I was high, so everything like, you see somebody get like a wisdom tooth pulled, you just say what the hell you want to say. I guess I was being like really blunt, but oh well. She said it was no hard feelings, because she knows that people, you know, that's just how people react to it. So then I ended up getting, okay, sorry, my camera was overheating. I had to let it sit. But basically, I ended up in the room. Now, y'all, I felt terrible, like terrible. So from the 11th to the 14th, I stayed in the hospital. And you know, I don't know where I live, they only give me 3 days. I don't know if that's everywhere else, but it was rough. I had a catheter. Oh my God, I'm trying to think to when they put that in. Y'all, terrible. That was another pain. Oh my God, right on my pee hole. I was literally in so much pain. I'm like, I thought I was gonna die. Like, that's how bad it hurted. But yeah, I had a catheter and basically was just getting meds, kind of bedridden the first 3 days. I remember they came in and they tried to give me the breast pump the second day maybe, and I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. I sat there and pumped and nothing came out. It wasn't until the second day that I seen my baby finally, which was weird to me. I'm like, I should have been able to see him right away. But once I held him and did sort of like a skin to skin thing, I went back and pumped, and I got like half a tube of milk. So I was really happy, and I'm like, yay. And ever since then I've been pumping like 12 to 14 tubes a day. So it's doing really good. It helps when I'm in the room with him and I can see him. It just helps. I don't know, something about like skin to skin and just, I guess, seeing your baby, it helps with the milk production. So I usually pump in his room. So the reason that I went into labor early was because I had a thing called a placental abruption. And that is, from what they told me, it's basically my placenta like detached at my house. That's why I was bleeding that much, and that's why, you know, all that stuff was happening. I had no idea, and I'm just kind of like, I hate this hospital. I have to find a better hospital because I don't know, they're just not together. Like, it was too much going on. They prescribed me Percocets, and I'm breastfeeding, and they prescribed me Percocets, and it's just like, why would y'all give that to me knowing people get hooked on those? I don't know, certain stuff this hospital does I don't like. But I just have to deal with them for the next couple weeks that my baby is in here, because I am definitely finding another hospital. They don't run things properly. And this is known where I live. Like, so many people know about this hospital. It's terrible. They will send someone home that is literally dying. It's just like, you either have to drive to Milwaukee or Kenosha if you want to live in an emergency. But yeah, that is why I went into labor early. And there's a lot of factors that put me at risk for this. I talked with my doctor, and mainly she told me, she was asking about like stress and all that kind of stuff, and I told her I was very stressed. I was very sad. It was a bunch of emotions I had. So that has a lot to do with why I went into preterm labor. You can Google why people go into labor early. There's a ton of reasons, but in my case, it was not preeclampsia. It was not gestational diabetes. It wasn't any of those like health reasons. It was stress. So fortunately, that is what happened. But my baby is doing so much better. He is in the NICU. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, goddamn. I don't even know what I was saying. The DHL dude was at my house. I'm not home right now, so. He's in the NICU, and he was in an incubator, and they took him out of the incubator on like day 4. So he's breathing, you know, on his own. He doesn't need a tube. They took all that out. He is still feeding through his nose. He's breathing on his own. He's eating. They're increasing his eating. He isn't really gaining much weight. He throws up a lot. They said it's normal. They said that babies will lose weight before they gain it. So I'm just praying, and I'm in there with him at night and stuff, holding him here and there, pumping and all that. So he's doing a lot better. He's in a regular nursery. He just has to keep his temperature, and they'll keep him in there. So they have him swaddled and with a hat on, and just making sure he's, you know, warm. And I remember when I seen him, I cried because I felt so bad. I'm like, this is my fault that you're in here, and I'm so sorry. But I just cannot wait until he comes home, because God, it will just be a relief. I hate seeing him hooked up to all that stuff. He's so tiny. He's literally like this big. He's not big at all. He has a lot of hair, so that explains my heartburn, because y'all, I used to be like, I was over it because of the heartburn. He's doing much better. Of course, they have to do their tests and stuff and make sure he has nothing. Just praying, trying to stay positive. I could not stay home. I had to get out of that house. So they have guest rooms here, like I said before, and I'm staying in one, but I'm kind of like going back and forth from his room to here because I would rather be with him than in here. And I was just like, I want to be with my baby, so I slept in there last night on a pull-out couch, and that was the best sleep I've had in days. I have not been able to sleep, you guys. As far as my C-section, I am recovering. I'm walking on my own. I am walking on my own, thank God. So I'm able to squat now. Trying to take it easy. They told me not to get too excited and do too much walking because something can go wrong. So I'm just taking it day by day, and I'm getting a little better. I go to see my doctor tomorrow, so she'll let me know if I can drive and stuff. I am thankful that me and my baby made it, because we both could have died. I remember them telling me if we were like 15 minutes later, we both probably would have died. So God is just so good. Like, the fact that I got to the hospital on time, the fact that my baby is premature, but he's doing so good. He's doing so good. I just love his little face. I sit in there and I just hold him and stare at his face. I touch his nose and his lips, and he's just the cutest. He's so cute. He's just what I imagined. Like, he's just like the perfect baby. One thing I'm upset about is that he has his dad's feet, and his feet are so ugly. But, you know, my babies are cute. But I looked at his ears and, you know, down there and stuff, and his lips. He's gonna be dark because his fingernails, the fingertips, they're dark. So I'm not too mad about that. I wanted a chocolate baby anyways, so I wasn't really upset about that. But he's doing better. Just please, please, please keep me in you guys' prayers. I am okay. I guess it's just hormones and stuff. I'm just going back to, you know, trying to go back to how I was. I was finding myself crying so much the first few days, but I'm doing much better now, thank God. It's just really a blessing that I'm alive, that he's alive, and that he's doing good as he's doing. I'm really happy. So I actually have to go pump. I promise y'all I'm not trying to show my boobs like that, but they are there. They are so much bigger, and I got a little thicker, just a little bit. But I do have like a kangaroo pouch. I'm not gonna show you guys because I am still healing, and I'm currently like half naked. So, but I am just blessed that me and my baby are here safe. I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you to everybody for all the prayers and just the sweet messages on Instagram and checking on me. I appreciate it so much. I literally had over 100 messages, and I'm like, I hope people don't think I'm bougie, y'all. I just cannot respond to everything. That's what sucks about YouTube and everything. Like, I can't respond to everything. If y'all pay attention to my more lifestyle videos and y'all see my personality, y'all know I'm not stuck up or anything. So I'm very grateful and thankful for the positivity and the compliments. Thank you guys for saying my baby is cute. Just looking forward to his progress and mine, and just trying to stay positive and keep busy, or keep doing something to keep my mind off of being sad. I'm not like super sad, like it's not that bad. I think it's just transitioning to being pregnant, having a major surgery, and now not being pregnant, and just healing. And I don't know, I feel alone a lot, but I'm here with my baby, so it's just, I will be fine. My mom tells me if I have thoughts of like anything negative to just rebuke it. My mom is a church lady, like I told you guys, so she, you know, she's doing what she gotta do. She comes up here and sees him, holds him and stuff, so it's all working out. It just takes time. I'm just expecting to bounce back, and it's gonna take a minute. So I'm fine. You know, if it was really bad, I wouldn't even have energy to do this video, let alone my makeup or my hair. I wouldn't care. So I'm doing a lot better than before. So thank you guys again for the prayers. I hope I got everything out. But baby Bryson is here. I love him so much. He's so cute. And I'm happy because I'm going to go see him right now. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope this answered some questions. I just want to say to anybody pregnant, do not stress. Do not let stuff, you know, stress you out. And as far as me and my baby's father, right now, I told him I'm not really focused on a relationship romantic wise with him. He's trying. I can see that he's trying. He's sorry and whatever, all that stuff. But that's another topic we're not going to talk about. But yes, he is around. I'm not keeping him from his kid. He comes up here and he sees him, and he helps me when I need it, like to go to the store or something, or just to come be with me because I don't want to be alone. So he's not just like out of the picture, but it's just gonna take time. I can't say what's gonna happen and what's not gonna happen. Just keep me and baby Bryson in your prayers. I think that's about it. I need to go pump and I need to go eat. So that is the end of this. Hopefully I answered some questions. And you know, I'm just realizing God literally protected me and my baby. Like, it's a miracle that we're here. So I'm really happy about that. But yeah,